Back on the Young Turks. At some point, the Obama administration said that the professional left might, as they often do, accuse us basically of being petulant children, and that we would, quote, take their ball and go home. Instead, of course, the people who are actual progressives fought the hardest before this election, and they continue to do that. Progressive Change Campaign Committee, Democracy for America, got a list together of the strongest progressives that are running for office, incumbents and newcomers. And they did calloutthevote.com, and they're still doing it today before the elections. We joined them here at the Young Turks to do turkedoutthevote.com, which is very similar, of course. And that's because we wanted to fight for the people who actually did the right fight and the good fight. And for example, PCCC raised over $2 million for progressives in this cycle, and made a tremendous number of calls. We got an update for you guys on that from Josh Copeland. He's actually a Young Turks listener and participated in turkedoutthevote.com. Josh, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Jane.
Appreciate it. First of all, how did you participate? What did you do in this process?
Yeah, I'm a longtime listener of the Young Turks. That's really the only way I knew about it. So that's it. I mean, just listening to your show.
And who did you make calls for?
I called Russ Feingold and Alan Grayson. I had a few shifts for them.
All right, and that's when you call people in their districts or in their states, and you try to get them to vote. By the way, how did the experience go for you?
It was actually really easy. I mean, first of all, I personally made a mistake. I actually didn't know that the names were not directly in the script, so I didn't know that in the upper right-hand corner is all the names. So for about an hour or so, I was just talking to anybody. So I may have talked to a few minors, but I hope I don't get in trouble for that. But I had a good time, really, just getting out the vote. I mean, in my mind, we've already won on the Democrats have already won on the facts, and like they've been saying for a long time, we just need to get out the vote. And when I talk to people, I either help to change their mind. If they're, haven't already decided Republican, we just get off the phone. But if they're independent, still thinking about it, I give them a little information and ask, is this an issue that we could count on your vote for? And, generally it's yes. And if they're very interested in voting for a Democrat, what I tell them is, if you have any friends that are still thinking about voting, see if you can get them to get out the vote, because that personal contact, as we all hear is very effective. And I think it just branches out from there, so it's like we're viral change makers in a way. I'm having a great time with it.
All right, that's excellent. And you're still making calls today and tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm calling today and tomorrow.
And people can find that at turkedoutthevote.com. Josh, any other updates for us?
Well, I just wanted to say, my dad went to the Restore Sanity rally, and I just wanted to tell you that you and he both went to Columbia University. My dad was a political science and law major, and he got his JD at University of Virginia. And when I told him about you, he was instantly a fan. So, you guys have both inspired me to do this kind of work, and it's just a real honor to be a part of it. Even just, from the very beginning, it's been an honor.
Now, thanks for saying that, Josh, but it's the people actually making calls that are making a difference. And I've said this before, if you call somebody who hasn't made up their mind about the election, that is the single most effective way of getting out the vote. It's actually 4 times more effective than any other method. That's why I think doing this turkedoutthevote.com is very important. And it's the exact opposite of what people like Rahm Emanuel said, which is, oh, these guys aren't productive, they don't know how to win elections. Doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This is how you win elections. All right. Now, it's just we don't blanket support Democrats, and that's what drives him crazy. I knew Joe Lieberman was no guy to support, and I never wanted to support him and didn't, and I was 100% right about that. And I know I don't want to work for Ben Nelson or Blanche Lincoln, but if you got a real progressive and they fought for you, you got to fight for them when the chips are down and when things matter. So, Josh, we appreciate that you did that, and thanks for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it.